How's you doing, everybody? I have a brand battle boom for you today. We did some stuff on this brands another time. I think it was a brand review kind of comparison kind of deal, brand comparison. And if you wanted to see that, it's right here. See it right there? Ba-ding! It's right up there right now. It's right there. So right there, you can click on that to go back and see that. This is actually a battle between Japanese Yamaha and Japanese Suzuki. Poo, poo, swag, 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 shing, swag, swag, wada! All that stuff's gonna happen in this go around. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We're gonna do it right now. Okay, all right, so we've got the 250 Suzuki right here, and we got the 250 SHO right here. All right, they both got headbands on and they're ready to fight. Ready? Here we go. What we're gonna do on this comparison, this battle, is we're gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna go lower unit, we're gonna go midsection trim, we're gonna go power head, we're gonna go overall performance and overall reliability. We're gonna come to a winner at the end, depends who's standing after they've beaten the living crap out of each other. So here we go, you ready? We're gonna start at the lower unit. Let's start at propping. Should we start at propping? Let's do propping. Yamaha has their own props, okay? They have their own prop division. I believe it's owned by Turbo. Okay, that's probably the propping portion is gonna definitely go to Yamaha. There's a ton of problems, tons of questions about the Suzuki 250, which prop to use. I have since then kind of divulged my stuff with Scorpion propellers and how they work. Very similar propeller to what goes on with the Yamaha. Some people are having to take cup out of that, but so there's less work to be done. Let's go Yamaha winner, schwack, one sword, okay? Over here, schwack, one sword for the Yamaha. Now we go to gear case. Gear case, all right? They're battling. They're fighting each other right now. And honestly, the Suzuki gear case is gonna win over the SHO gear case. And when I say that, it's about toughness, it's about impact, it's about overheating, it's about all that stuff, how that gear case functions and works. And the SHO is just a little bit weaker. We've done a lot more replacements on those. We've seen a lot more problems with the SHO lower unit on impact versus the lower unit on a SS. So one sword goes over here to the 250 SS. So we got sword, shing. All right, so it's a battle right now. Let's gonna move up to trims. We're gonna get into the trim. Traditionally, they're pretty close to an Evinrude style trim side by side. They are almost identical side by side. We have had zero problems with trims over here. We got one in the shop right now on the Suzuki side that got rear-ended by a car on a high rate, just bent the center ram, still no leakage, it still works, it functions. The Yamaha deal, there is a lot of cap issues. There's a lot of trim ram issues, mushrooming out. There's a lot of problems going on there. So on a base to trim, motor-wise, I don't think we've replaced motors barely ever in those unless they get water intrusion, and water intrusion comes from the mushroomed stuff and the seals going out. So Suzuki's gonna get the knot when it comes to the trim. Schwack! Another one. So we got two Suzuki swords, one Suzuki sword Japanese when it comes to Yamaha. All right, so now we're gonna go to power head, just the power head. This is where we get into, I'm not going for reliability, I'm not going for overall performance yet. I'm just saying power head. We're saying bolts, fasteners, we're saying how they're assembled, how they're to work on. When it comes down to that type of thing, the ability to work on them versus like tear down, this type of stuff. We all know that the Suzuki runs chain on the bottom, so we got offset gear, offset drive, a little bit different. They are a different motor. You get to the Yamaha, it's pretty traditional 4-stroke, pulleys, belts, all the crap on top. Everybody's making the world go round, la-di-da-di-da. I would say assembly-wise, to disassemble, reassemble, it's probably gonna go to Suzuki, except for, now I'm gonna go to Yamaha. I'm gonna lean over to Yamaha on that because they're not dealing with no timing chain on this side. You got timing wheels and stuff, cams and all that stuff, but it just seems to be easier to set up when it comes to setup if we're tearing down and reassembling. The Yamaha seems to be a little bit quicker and easier. I think if we were to go power head to power head, undress, redress, I would probably say the Suzuki gets the sword on this one because it seems quicker, easier to undress, redress versus the Yamaha. Some of you guys might battle that, fight that, but I've done them both numerous times, and it seems to be that The Suzuki just goes together powerhead to powerhead easier than the Yamaha. Now, if we're getting into teardown, complete rods, pistons, timing chain, all that crap, all the resetting timing, I'm gonna go back to Yamaha. So it's kind of a offset. So we got 2 and 3 going on here on swords. So now let's go to overall performance. Okay, now we're gonna go to overall performance when it comes to the 250s side by side. Yamaha's gonna win this outright because of the easeability of setting it up and making it. Not saying that Suzuki can't do it, it's just a little bit more difficult to start setting things up. You have to remember when you're going into all of this stuff, especially 4-stroke stuff now, the setups aren't as easy as they used to be. It's not, I got a 150 intruder, I'm going to throw a 23 or 24 pitch raker on it and I'm gonna go. That was then, this is now. There's so many variables to what goes on with the new 4-strokes. So don't be frustrated if you go and get one brand or another and it doesn't perform right away. The break-in process is different. The overall performance, I don't think these motors are really starting to perform till 40, 50 hours. But when it comes to performance, at the end, I'm going to give the nod to Yamaha, the SHO. Only because I believe as Suzuki even elevates higher into the freshwater industry, you got to remember, Suzuki's offshore forever. Reliability, reliability, reliability. I don't want to be 50 miles out in the middle of nowhere and break down. I mean, that was what their deal was. Overall reliability, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the overall reliability, so performance, Yamaha. When it comes to reliability, this is a tough one. I have said it, if you want reliability and you want continued turnkey start, I have said buy a Japanese outboard. The components that go into them, the fasteners are just so much nicer, and you end up with a great running machine time and time again. But in comparison to these two, reliability, I'm torn right in half right now. I mean, it's insane. It's insane how, when it comes to reliability, I can't say that one's better than the other right now, and I'm just going to leave this question open. I know you guys are, but they are so neck and neck. It is side by side. Yes, I've seen more SHO problems than I have Suzuki, but there hasn't been as many Suzukis up here as been SHOs for so long. So we have some older SHOs up here which are going to date with time, and things are going to wear out, things are going to happen. Now in the beginning of the SHOs, when the upper main bearing was going out and sending it down #1 cylinder, I would give the nod to Suzuki right away. But they've fixed some of that stuff. They've done some, they've done some power head replacements, they've done some oil distribution things, they've changed some stuff. So early stages, I would have said Suzuki gets the nod of reliability because we have almost seen zero problems with them up here. But like I said, the SHOs themselves are starting to pop, and there's some things going on. So at today's world right now, I would say they're neck and neck. If we're going to talk 2 years ago, maybe, I'd say Suzuki gets a nod. So now we got 4 swords for Suzuki and 3 for Yamaha. It's coming down to the last couple things. And I think when it comes down to the last couple things, I think we get into appearance, overall appearance of the outboard. When we talk about overall appearance, if you peek behind me, you get to see that matte black Suzuki with that red on it. Looks pretty bad. But the technology, Yamaha's never really flared away from the overall look of the outboard. They've always done some cool stuff on the outside. There's just some little air induction things that have always made their cowlings look pretty cool. Now the new SHO does have a little bit more wrap in the front. I think if you're an edgy kind of guy, you're gonna go with the Yamaha. I think if you're gonna go just overall, muscle and plain look, you're gonna go with the matte black. I think I'm a matte black kind of guy. I think that looks badass. Whether you like it or not, I think it looks pretty badass. That silver pops, the red looks good. You could change that red to some blues or whatever. But I don't think you're gonna do much changing on the SHO. This would be a simple change. That might be a little bit more work. But I think in my eyes, overall look with that lower unit, I mean, they look almost identical. Lower unit trim, power head, the difference, you don't get to see it, but I think Suzuki gets a nod when it comes to the look, the overall look. Time out. I'm fine, don't worry. It's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. I'm okay. I'll be fine. So I'm gonna give Suzuki the sword on that one, so we have at 5-3. Overall, battle of brand when it comes down to, I think we could do one more if you want to when it comes to instruments and rigging and all that stuff, but maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we just leave it, because Yamaha can't come back at this point. It's over with. It's 5-3. Well, we go to charging system. You want me to jump into the new charging system? All right, so now we're gonna jump into the charging system, which probably would have come for performance, but we're gonna just isolate it down to the charging system, and we know that the SHO is gonna win. The SHO is gonna win, but I've had zero problems with that 250 SS running lithium batteries. If you've had this problem, let me know. Comment down here for sure. But I haven't had any problems with that 250 SS charging those lithiums. So Yamaha updated, we all know, with the new SHO for the charging system, the bigger charging system to handle what's happening to the boats, where it looks like Jordan's media office, where he's got screens everywhere and a lot of shit going on, and there's just too much shit going on the deck. It's just the way that what the world has come to. So Yamaha has seen the problem and they're fixed it. They released their new motor. So I would say that Yamaha gets a nod for that, just because of the fact of they addressed it. Yeah, Suzuki, I don't think, has to address it though. So, but I give the nod to Yamaha for just saying, yeah, we had a problem, let's fix it. That's what they did. So perfect, it's good. So now we're at 5-4. Hassan, right here. And then I guess we could do overall rigging. Overall rigging, pull-throughs. Rigging is super simple, but we get to my favorite thing on a Suzuki every single time. Chad loves them, I love them, the rigging grommet. The rigging grommet that goes through the cowling. It's a complete kick in the nuts, no matter what the temperature is. I don't give a shit. It's 32 degrees, you're gonna be sweating by the time it's all done. The rigging grommet, I don't agree with isolation when it comes down going through. And I understand what you're trying to do. I just don't agree to have me wrestle and get in a headlock and have to put my feet over my head to try to lick my own assholes. Wait, that was bad. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, my bad. But that's how I feel like when I'm done. I feel like a damn pretzel, okay? I feel like a damn pretzel trying to force all that stuff in. Now, I've gotten pretty good at it. Chad still sucks at it. He hates every minute of it, but that's okay. He'll get better. Give him a year. Oh, look at what just flew in. There it is. You see all my holes? This guy right here. I hate this thing. I just hate it. I hate it. So when it comes to rigging, we are going to give Yamaha the edge, just because I don't have to deal with that damn thing, okay? All right, so that's what we did. Yamaha gets the edge when it comes to that. So it is now 5-5? It's 5-5. I don't have anything more to talk about. Warranty. Oh, somebody threw in the warranty. Suzuki is a 5-year warranty, and I believe Yamaha, we should make sure that I'm saying this right, but I think it's 3. 5-3. Cut! 3. I'm back. Here we go. All right. It's a 3-year warranty on the Yamaha. Yes, 3-year warranty unless you're government or something else. But 3-year warranty, 5-year warranty. So, in the end, Samurai Sword goes to Suzuki for the win. Suzuki gets the win due to warranty at the end. There you go. So, that's my battle. It was the samurais, ninjas, all that stuff going on, and that was it. That's machine guns in the background, not part of the samurai. But it's over with. Suzuki gets the nod in the end due to the warranty. Great battle. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to witness the madness that Zach now says. Speed, money, and no brakes. I am out. Yeah!